Welcome to this special edition of Esalen Live. By now, you've probably heard and seen the news of the Highway 1 washout and collapse. This happened late last week, about 2.5 miles south of Esalen. Staff was evacuated for safety, and nobody was hurt. We're very happy to report that and share that with you. I'm the host of Esalen Live, Christine Chen. We continue to get new information all the time about the road, the repairs, and a whole lot more. Today we get the latest on Esalen's reopening and the impact of the storm and the road closure from CEO Terry GIlbey. He's joining us from on property at Esalen. Hello, Terry.
Good afternoon, Christine. Good afternoon, everybody out there in the world.
So good to see you. Tell us, what's the headline here in terms of the impact of the property? Damage, we talked the last time about damage from the fires. This has something to do with it, but really, what are you seeing now that you're back on property?
Well, I think the biggest impact to property is just the sheer amount of debris that has come down from those hills to the east of us. We have got, in some places, several inches of mud and debris. Fortunately, no structures were damaged. We were very, very lucky in that respect. We have had some big tree limbs come down. Sadly, we've lost some pretty big, sizable bushes and shrubs, but fortunately, none of our major trees actually went over, which was slightly different than back in the 2016, 2017 era. It definitely was a lot of heavy rain. I think our local weather station that we have here on property recorded something like 9 inches of rain in 48 hours, which is not as bad as some areas got hit, certainly, but the amount, just the sheer amount of cleanup that's going on right now, scooping mud, moving debris, bushes, shrubs, all of those kinds of things. It's just a full-on task right now.
And we're definitely looking at some increased water flow at the creek. These are some pictures, video shot by our colleague, Peter GIlbey. So thanks to you for that, Peter. I know you're listening. Tell us, does it look a little bit better a couple of days later? This is from a few days ago, and now it's sunny. It's drying out a little bit. Does it look better than this now?
Yeah, it's already cleaned up a lot. It is surprisingly so much better and quite quickly. We did get more rain yesterday here, and I think that's churned up a few things, but on the whole, it is in actually really good shape. I'm very pleased to say that all of the repairs that we did to the water system up there in the canyon as a result of the fire have stayed intact. So the team did an amazing job when they put those repairs in place, and we're very fortunate from that respect.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of thumbs up and a lot of hearts to show support for Esalen and the crew that is cleaning up things on site. Can you give us an idea? We've seen these pictures, Terry, and actually, you know, this photo and some of these photos that are just like this were mentioned on even Saturday Night Live. I mean, all across the country, people saw this image of the highway just south of Big Sur and Esalen just collapse into the ocean. Can you tell us what the latest is about what you're hearing about repairs, where the opening in the road is for people to come back to Esalen? I think it's from the north, I heard you say a little bit earlier.
Yeah, so a couple of things on that, but I mean, just to go back to your video, even in the rain and the storm, Esalen is just such a beautiful, wild place, and the ability to connect to nature here through the storm was just, it was electrifying. It was magical. The road closure to the south of us, it's about just over 2 miles south of us. We're at a place called Rat Creek, and that's about 150 yards of Highway 1 that you have seen just drop into the ocean. It's devastating. I think it's very easy to get caught up with the national attention on that one big gash in Highway 1, which does cut us off from our southern communities. But the impact of this storm has been significant to all of the surrounding communities, and this is an example of the kind of havoc that it's wreaked. You know, we've got some staff who have lived on the other side of that cave-in. We've actually got one family who is now potentially split across that canyon. So it's tragic. It is a way of life here in Big Sur. We are right on the edge. It is rugged. The environment is tough. We currently have, we do have access to the north, which is different than the 2016, 2017 closure when we became an island. But that right now is still restricted as they are trying to make the road north of us safe from all of the debris that came down and potentially more that could come down if the wind and the rains pick up again.
You might see on your screen there, Terry, that Heloise asked the question on Facebook Live, can we walk there? Could you answer her?
Yeah. So from the north, you can actually drive Highway 1, but unfortunately, it's closed. Highway 1 closes to the public about 2 miles north of us. So right now, unless you are a resident south of that roadblock, you can't come to Esalen at all. But as soon as Caltrans makes that last couple of miles of the road reasonably safe and good for people to use, our hope is that they will move that roadblock south of Esalen and we'll be able to restore public traffic. There is no foot traffic on the south side. That cave-in completely crossed Highway 1 and took away all of the southern access. So for now, the only way from the south to access Esalen would be to drive up Highway 1. You could come up 101 or Highway 1 and cross over to 101, go north, and then come in through Carmel and the north end.
Yeah, and I think what's really beautiful about the Esalen community, and I want to put some of these Facebook comments on the screen here. Julie says, sorry to hear about the road, but so happy Esalen remains fairly unscathed. And then also from Dana here, she has been where you are standing, loves the memories from Esalen. Hope you're getting on and are safe. Do you want to say anything to all the supporters of Esalen?
It means so much to everybody here, this outpouring of support. And Dana, I would just say that the tree behind us, which is just a tree that is iconically Esalen and that we love dearly. And sadly, that one lost a pretty sizable limb, but is still otherwise in good shape. So when you come back, it will look a little bit different. But we're taking very, very good care of it. The support that everybody sends to us, the energy that comes to us from outside the world is an amazing boost. It is a lot of work here right now, cleaning up. We are hoping to open as soon as we are allowed to by Caltrans. We're planning to continue moving forward with that work and welcoming people back to Esalen as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, and Julie has a follow-up question on this, which is actually, Julie, you and I are exactly on the same page here. It has been a year. Terry and I have been talking about how this has just been quite the year. So a COVID update, if you wouldn't mind for us, Terry.
Sure. So Monterey County, as well as most of California, has lifted its stay-at-home order. So we continue to reinstate all of our COVID protocols that we've had before. I'm very proud to say that through the hard work of the staff and of those who have visited Esalen in the last 9 months, we remain COVID-free as an organization and a place. We've still not had a track trace as a result of anyone visiting Esalen. And the staff here are just doing an amazing job to keep themselves, Esalen, and anybody that's going to be a future visitor here as safe as we possibly can be. It's still our number one priority is safety of guests, of staff, and of faculty.
Right, and the plan right now is still intact, which is a reopening in March. Can you describe how that will go a little bit, Terry?
Yeah, so we have a couple of no-go decisions that will be coming to us we hope in the next few days. The biggest one of which, of course, is Caltrans, who still have that road closure a couple of miles north of us. If we can get that moved down the highway to be south of us, we will be turning the engine up to full speed here and getting ready to welcome visitors back. Again, safety is the number one rule here. We really want to make sure people are safe getting to Esalen, safe while they are at Esalen, and safe while they're going home. Highway 1 in areas is still being cleaned up, and there's a lot of heavy equipment on Highway 1 right now as they start to look at solving this very picture that you see in front of us, which is this huge cave-in down at Rat Creek.
Mhm. Well, for now, we are going to just cross our fingers for some solutions that will be implemented quickly and sustainably and well, so you can continue to book Rituals of Esalen and A Time to Reflect. March is the target open date, and Terry has just updated us now on what might need to happen between now and then, but you will or go ahead and book. You're free to book, and we will honor those in any way we can if there happens to be another stay at home order. All this information is at esalen.org. You can also shop on the Esalen online website. There, Esalen Live 10 is the code for a little discount to bring a little Esalen to your home. And of course, always stay connected on Esalen via Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and here these Esalen Lives that give you the very latest. So much love coming in. Look at this, Terry. This one is from Patty. Love that special place so very much. All the best to all of you. Any last words here about just, hope? I mean, we go through struggles and we work through discomfort, and we just hope that we become out better humans on the other side. Any word from the staff there about how that's feeling these days?
Yeah, no, we so appreciate all of the support that comes flooding in, and I would just ask that you keep all of the Big Sur community in your thoughts. There's a lot of people here impacted by this weather event and continue to be impacted by this road outage on Highway 1. And just, thank you. We really appreciate your continued support. We're looking forward to bringing some life and some energy back to Esalen as soon as we possibly can. I think we're starting to get a great lineup for 2021 as we begin to invite faculty back as well. And so we're looking forward to having some energy back on property.
Oh, thanks so much, Terry, for taking the time and just giving us the latest, being so transparent about all of it. Most of all, we're just happy that everyone's safe and that we can continue to move forward and grow from these experiences. There's been a lot of experiences this year.
Yes, it has been an interest. We live in interesting times, I think, was the quote that comes to mind here for sure.
Absolutely. So, well, we will see you very soon. Good. Thanks for
all right.
steering the ship, if you will, Terry. Take good care,
thank
everyone.
You.
Thanks for joining Esalen Live. Stay connected. Esalen on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter @Esalen. Book that trip soon. We'll see you soon,
Thank
everyone.
You, Christine.
Stay safe. Bye, Terry.
Bye-bye.